Crosstrek's here, and today I'm going to show you how to fix your key that's stuck in your ignition on your Subaru vehicle. So this is a super common problem with modern Subarus from 2010 onward. It's common on the Crosstrek, the Impreza, the Legacy, and the Outback. And what the issue is when you put your car in park, the car will not allow you to pull your key out of the ignition. And so your key is stuck there and you can't get out. You can't lock your car because your key is stuck. And what the problem is inside the shift mechanism, there's a little plate and there's a little nubbin in there. And when you shift into park, what happens is that plate goes up and it makes contact with the little nubbin and it lets your car know that your car is in park. This is the easiest way to fix it. And it's probably this issue that is wrong with your car. You probably don't need a new shift mechanism. So try this first. What you do is, if your battery is a little bit old, the voltage starts to get lower when it's cold. And what will happen is, if your battery voltage is low, when the shifter makes contact, it basically makes a connection, an electrical connection. And if your battery is a little bit low, it won't be powerful enough to send the signal to let your car know your car is in park. And so if you replace your battery, if you have a weak battery, it's powerful enough to make that connection and you won't have the issue anymore. I replaced my battery, and before I replaced it, I was actually having the same problem. I couldn't get my key out of the ignition always. When I would shift into park, it would get stuck there, and I would have to either wiggle the shifter or turn the car back on, shift into drive, shift into park, and I had to sit there in the parking lot doing that a bunch of times. And over a while, I was kind of getting annoyed. I was trying to figure out how to pay for it, to get a quote. The dealer quoted me about $1,000 to fix and switch out the shift mechanism. Unrelated to that, I had some issues with my battery, so I replaced that. Since I replaced my battery, no issues at all. It's come out every single time first try. And I also looked online and I saw a few other people report the same thing, that when you replace the battery, it makes it so that the electrical connection happens and you don't have to worry about this issue. So especially if your battery is kind of old already, or you can also test your battery with a voltmeter to make sure it's putting out the correct voltage. If you have this issue where you can't get your key out and you have an older battery, try replacing your battery first, see if that solves your problem. If replacing your battery doesn't fix it, another thing you can try is your tab in your shift mechanism might be bent. So if you open it up, you can see, and if you see that the little plate that connects with the nubbin is bent upward and isn't making contact, you can just bend it back down and it will make contact then and get your key out of the ignition. If it still doesn't solve your problem, then it's definitely the shift mechanism. But again, this is a much easier way, much cheaper way, and you'll also have a new battery, which you probably needed anyways. So if you found this helpful, please subscribe because it's super helpful to me, and thanks for watching.